You have been eating better, training harder, and maybe even dropped 10 to 15 pounds. But right now, that scale hasn't budged for you in weeks or months, and you're starting to wonder, is my metabolism broken? I'm here to tell you, it is not. What you've hit is just a plateau. And once you understand why this happens, you'll know exactly how you can break through it. So stick with me because I'm going to show you the 3 shifts that every guy over 30 needs to make today to start to see that scale moving again. Plateaus are not proof that your body is broken. They are proof that your body is just adapting. Dating all the way back to cavemen days, our bodies were built for survival. Lose fat and your metabolism slows down because it sees fat as absolutely essential for survival. And the worst part of that is it gets harder to keep the weight off every single time you lose it. A study of the Biggest Loser contestants showed that 6 years after the show had aired, most of them had regained the weight because their metabolism never bounced back like their weight did. And that's not the only reason. Another big one is your daily movement. This is called NEAT. And it's basically just the calories that you burn from your daily activities. And this is huge in the grand scheme when you look at it. It's 15% of your daily calories burned, which isn't much, but for context, 70% of your metabolism is just keeping the lights on and keeping you alive. 10% of it is digesting the foods you eat, and only about 5% comes from your daily exercise. But when you lose fat, your NEAT tanks too because you fidget less, you talk less with your hands, and this is your body's sneaky way of saving energy. And then there's the one that nobody actually wants to admit, which is calorie creeping. You were locked in to lose those 10 to 15 pounds. You were tracking everything, you were disciplined with all of your workouts, but the last few weeks or months, you maybe loosened the reins a little bit. You had a happy hour here, an untracked snack or two there. You start skipping those little details because you feel like you've earned it, and frankly, maybe you have on a smaller scale. Your body is the most efficient machine on the planet, and plateaus happen because it is way smarter than whatever perfect plan you've been following. Once you understand these adaptations, you can start to flip the switch back though. And the first place that you have to look is not your metabolism, it's not broken. You have to look at your consistency. Every single client that I have worked with has hit a plateau or a rebound at some point during our time together. And every single time when we dig into it, we find the exact same thing. They have become less consistent with their workouts or less consistent with their nutrition. So you need to be brutally honest with yourself. Did you loosen the reins a little bit this week? Did you have a few extra snacks that you didn't track? Did you skip a workout or say you would go later? Or even when you were in your workouts, did you just go through the motions instead of really pushing yourself to get to that failure point? Plateaus don't mean that your body is broken. More often than not, they actually just start to show that your standards have slipped. And that is a very hard truth to face. But even if your workouts and nutrition are on point, there could be another reason that your plateau is hitting. And that is the fact that as men, we are stressed and recover like shit. Higher stress means higher cortisol. This is going to lead to more hunger throughout the day, more water retention, and worse recovery. And if you're sleeping like crap, your body isn't taking the ability to rebuild itself. Most men think that the answer is to just cut more calories, but if stress and sleep are really the issue, cutting harder is just going to dig you deeper into a hole and feeling like that plateau is impossible to get out of. So before you slash your food even lower, you need to fix your recovery. Put your screens away an hour before bed, read instead of scrolling on Instagram till 2 a.m., try blue light glasses later in the day, and if your brain just never shuts off, try journaling or meditating before bed. So think of it like this. Every single night, you shut down your computer so that it runs clean the next day. Well, sleep is your body's version of doing that. It allows you to reboot, and anything under 6 hours of sleep, you're basically waking up running Windows 95 all day. You're glitchy, you're slow, and you're crashing when you need that energy the most. And here's where most guys screw this up. They hit that plateau, and again, they think the answer is to just push harder. More workouts, more cardio, less food, and it backfires every single time. You burn out, you binge, and end up right back where you started from. The real solution here is to stop chasing that intensity and start chasing consistency instead. Not every season of life is going to let you train 5 to 6 days a week, and that's totally fine. What matters is that you can nail the basics. Are you hitting your calorie target? Are you hitting your protein target? Are you moving daily? Whether that is a workout or just simply getting some steps in and moving around more than sitting at your desk chair all day. Plateaus don't expose broken metabolisms. They reveal inconsistencies in the basics. So instead, you should start treating plateaus as feedbacks, not failures, because you don't need to slash your calories, you don't need to double down on your cardio, and you don't need to throw on the towel on losing those next 10 pounds. Instead, just Audit where you're at, audit your intake, your stress, and your consistency first, and then adjust those things from there. Start treating fitness like an operating system, not a game of darts. Do that, and you will always know which lever you need to pull. Your body isn't fighting against you, but you have to stop changing the inputs every single time you don't like the outputs. This is a process. Plateaus are just feedback in the system. Use them to adjust. So if you're done guessing, hit subscribe and check the link in the description for a free guide for men over 30 who want to get back in shape without having to overhaul their entire lives. Because at the end of the day, you don't need another fad diet or some marketing slogan. You need clarity, you need a plan, and you need to become a man that you respect again. Because your comeback starts now.